Hello, it's Advanced Diploma in Business Management, Unit 8 Marketing Essentials for Managers. The objective of today's session is to uh, produce marketing mix proposal for a marketing opportunity. This means we will be talking learning outcome 2. So last week we have covered learning outcome 1. So this week it will be learning outcome 2. So in order to address learning outcome 2, there are 1, 2, 3 assessment criteria. So you should be in a position to answer these 3 questions after completion of this session. So let's move on. Let's see how far you can address these 3 questions. So particularly, you're going to look at what is marketing mix, segmentations, and how these 2 concepts could be used to increase a business. Right. Marketing mix. Marketing mix is a combination of variables that a business uses to carry out its marketing strategy. Now, let's think of what are the variables companies or businesses are using. First of all, you need to have a product. It could be tangible, it could be intangible. For example, McDonald's has Mac Burger. Apple has iPhone. What about Thomas Cook, a service company? They have different type of services such as luxury tour packages. So all these are considered as a product. So company should have a product. So when you have a product, you need to create or you need to design a right price. How to design the right price? So the prices should be designed based on the market demands as well. Then when you have the right price, you need to look at how can I get this product towards consumer? Where can consumer buy this particular product? What are the places? We are going to discuss in detail. Then we are going to look at how shall we market or how shall we create awareness about this particular product. So under this one, we are going to talk 1, 2, 3, 4 P's. Wow, in simple term, marketing mix means 4 P's. That's what we are going to talk in this particular session. So let's move on to product. Product refers to the functions and features for goods or services. Now, I would want you to think of a product, any product, and think what is the unique selling point we call USP that product has. Every product should have some unique selling point in order to attract the consumer. So the product, to have a unique product, companies are spending money on packaging, or they look at the warranties, they look at the after sales services, or they try to create a branding. When you see this, you remember the brand. When you see this, you remember the brand. So by creating logo, by creating warranties, by creating packaging, you recall a product. Packaging, I would like to give an example of Toblerone chocolates. I would like you to search these products and understand how the companies are differentiating their product through packaging, through warranties, and through branding. Okay, so next P is under product, we need to look at the product life cycle as well. Same as human, product too have a life cycle. So product starts with launch the product. Before that, we do the market research, launch, then product reach to the growth stage, maturity, and declining stage. So the product undergoes a different stages, like the way human undergoes the different stages. For example, if I ask you to label where iPhone 5 is, you might categorize over here. What about iPhone 7? Maybe somewhere here. What about iPhone, the latest one they launched? Maybe it's at a growth stage, X1. So you can see different products are at a different stages in the product life cycle. So understanding product life cycle is important, because if the product is coming towards declining stage, which means your sales is going to go down. So you need to have some strategy to get the product towards consumer. You need to sell it quick as possible. Good. So let's move on to the other. This is the stages of product life cycle which we discussed, which you can go through. Second P is price, which is very, very important, because that's where you're going to make money for your company. Marketing is all about making profits ethically towards the organization. So we need to look at consumer demand and decide the pricing. So we are going to look at how to strategize or how to design the prices. I have looked at 1, 2, 3. I want you to focus on 3 pricing strategy for your assignment purpose. The first one is skimming pricing. That means company launch with a high price when there's a little competition. So what are the products you can think of? I'm going to take the same example what we discussed. iPhone X. When they launched, they kept the price very high. So if there's innovative product, if there's no competition, you try to keep high price. That is what we call skimming. But penetration is low price. Okay. What are the low prices? Cadbury chocolates. I've seen quite often in a supermarket, you can see Cadbury buy one get one free, buy two get one free, or 20% price reduced. All these strategies are penetration strategy. They wanted to get more customers because they understand that getting the product towards consumer is important, because their product is not differentiated compared to the competitors. Also, this strategy is good when you're launching a product, but when the product does not have much of innovation. Low cost product requires the penetration pricing. If there's not much of innovation in the product, you will go for penetration strategy to introduce the product towards the market. Third pricing strategy is psychological pricing. As you can see, I'm going to highlight, I'm not going to talk anything on this one. You're trying to play with consumers' mindset, or it's not £40, the price is at 39.99. This is what we call psychological pricing. Many companies, many clothing companies, many footwear companies uses this psychological pricing, which is a very active and workable pricing strategy too. So pricing strategy, skimming, penetration, and psychological pricing. Okay, so you know what are the pricing strategies that could use for your product. Let's move into a place. Quite simple compared to the other area. Place is where a consumer can buy your product. Either it could be through stores, either it could be through internet. Okay, if I want to buy a body shop, any product, I would expect you to search body shop company website. If you type body shop in on the Google, you will find body shop. There are cosmetic product range, but they are not testing the product on animal, so they're very special. They're same as Oriflame, they're same as L'Oreal, but they're not testing any products on animal, and they're very natural. So if I want to buy, I will go to stores and I buy. They have their own stores, I will go and buy it from them. Or I can buy through online. So as a customer, I can purchase from stores. As a customer, I can purchase from online as well. So these two mechanisms are being followed. So channel of distribution, how a product is from manufacturer to consumer is reached. Very simple, you can understand that one. Promotions. Fourth P, promotion. We do promotions to raise awareness, encourage sales, and pass a new information, or to improve the brand image. So we are going to look at how can we do the promotion. Promotions. Conventional promotions are divided into two. A, above the line, ATL, above the line. Above the line promotions are where they use mass media advertisements like televisions, radios, and newspaper, where there's no control or there's very less control, and you don't know who exactly, whether you're reaching the target audience or not. But this is very popular to create awareness about the product. Next one is BTL, below the line, or BTL. This is about firms directly try to target their target audience and look at a specific strategy, promotional strategy, or such as direct mail, or such as sales promotions to target to specific class of a consumer, or maybe sponsorship. You sponsor a particular event, then you know you're going to target those type of audiences. So promotions. What are the promotional strategies? Advertising, sales promotions, sponsorship, direct mailing, public relations. Some examples. You need to look at each of these categories, and you have to see how companies are using this strategy. Sales promotions. Many food companies, if I go to supermarket, I would see quite a lot of sales promotions. Buy one, get one free, as I said, bundle packages. I see quite a lot of sponsorships as well. Sponsorships. Companies are sponsoring on charity programs. I know there's a famous company called Innocent Fruit Juice Company. Innocent Fruit Juice Company donates 10% of their profits towards number of good causes. So they're sponsoring, they're creating a good brand through promotions. So the promotions mix is important, or very important. When you're deciding the promotions, you need to look at your cost, you need to look at your target market particularly. So you're not going to do promotions without having a plan. You look at your cost, how much money I have. If you have a limited money, you shouldn't go and advertise on TV. Or if you are targeting a specific class of consumers in London, you need to look at what mechanisms you're going to use to approach those target audiences. Right, how the marketing mix evolves over the period of time. It's self-explanatory, so I would be expecting you to read these sections. Marketing mix in context. You know marketing mix means product, price, place, promotion. So I have given an example over here. Some explanations have been provided. So I would be expecting you to read and understand it. If you have any queries, you should be able to get back to me on this area. Yes, promotions of McCain product. The next topic is market segmentation. With those, we have completed marketing mix, now market segmentation. Very interesting. Market segmentation is the process of dividing a market of a potential customer into a group, dividing into a group. I have taken these definitions from Jobber, or David Jobber's 2016 Principle and Practice of Marketing. I would expect you to go through this particular book. Another definition is provided by Kotler 2016. The segmentation is dividing or subdividing the market by looking at homogeneous factors. So let's look at how to divide the market. How can I divide the market? What are the platforms I can use? I can divide the market based on the geography. How? London, Birmingham, Liverpool. I'm dividing based on geography. You might think to focus only London because your customers are based only in London, or you can divide based on countries. Geographical segmentation is all about divide based on the region. Demographic segmentation, a second important segmentation strategy. Many companies are using demographic factors, which means you divide the market based on age, sex, and income. There are more, we are going to discuss that one. And the third market segmentation is, or the way we can divide the market is based on the usage. This particular segmentation is quite often used by tobacco companies. For example, consumers who smoke 10 cigarettes per day, 5 cigarettes per day, 1 cigarette per day. Or there are people who smoke maybe 20. So, tobacco companies are mainly focusing on this two type of a category. This is where it makes money for them. They're not interested in this category. If they can increase up to 5, if they can convert, yes, they would be happy. Or if they can convert to 10, they would be much, much happier. So behavioral segmentation is about you divide the consumer based on the usage. Fourth market segmentation is psychographic. That means you divide based on the lifestyle. Though we are talking all for a base of segmentation, geographic, demographic, behavioral, and psychographic, we at least expect you to talk about at least 2 segmentation bases in your answer. So at least you should be able to understand 2 segmentation bases. Hope you understood. Let's move on to some explanations of geographical segmentation. You can self-explanatory. Demographic segmentation, divide based on age. I still remember when my son was 12 years old, he was asking on PlayStation 10 years. Yes, PlayStations. So you target these type of products based on the age. This product, you can see, gender-based product. So you divide based on the sex or gender. This one, Prime, focused on life stages. If you have just married, you're not interested. But if your wife is pregnant or supposed to deliver the baby, yes, of course, you would be expecting, or you would do quite a lot of research on Prime pushchairs. So the companies who are marketing this type of a product, they would want to focus this type of a consumer. That's what segmentation is about. Okay. Or demographic segmentation is divide based on the occupation. So in simple term, if you want to divide the market based on demography, you can use age, you can use gender, you can use life stages, you can use occupation. Some more there. Yeah. All these are demographic segmentations, and you can see on what basis that they divide the market. Or is Michael Phelps. So based on gender, isn't it? This is based on the gender. So magazines are based on the gender. Very interesting one. The other one is psychographic segmentation. Psychographic segmentation is about, if you see here, if you see carefully, different age type, different sex. But the companies who are marketing this type of a product, I would like you to focus on the product. These products. is used by every age, every sex. So this type of products are focused on their marketing based on the activities, because psychographic segmentation is about irrelevant of your age, irrelevant of your sex, people use a certain products. So you need to identify interest activities of your target audience. So in this particular segmentation basis, the age is immaterial, but you look at the interest, whether the consumer has certain interest towards certain area. So someone may have an interest to go to a cruise. It could be 20 plus, someone is 40 plus. So you're going to target both class of customer because you're looking at interest or you're looking at activities. That's what we call psychographic segmentation. Of course, you're looking at lifestyle. Okay, I would like you to look at different sex. So they are marketing the product based on the interest, based on the hobbies. Age is immaterial, sex is immaterial. Right, I would be expecting you to do a little market research on this particular one. How might Porsche segment is market? This is the activity you are going to do. You need to tell us how Porsche segment is market. So you have to do a little research on Porsche and you have to tell us, are they dividing market based on age, sex, income, that is demographic? Also, are they dividing market based on psychography or geography? Remember, a company can use geographic, demographic, psychographic segmentation. It's not necessary for them to use one. They can use all three, all four. Let's move into the other category. I have given some examples over here. Audi, Lamborghini, Skoda. All three brands belongs to Volkswagen company. Who's their segments? What is the segment of Lamborghini? What is the segment of Skoda? Just do a little research and find it out. That will give additional knowledge about market segmentation. The final part of segmentation is about behavioral segmentation. It's all about the usage, how often consumers are using. The companies who are marketing shampoos particularly interested on how often consumers use this product. If they use more, they focus on those type of consumers. What type of segmentation does McDonald's uses? Okay, I have looked at 1, 2, 3, 4 categories, and I have suggested what exactly these categories are looking from McDonald's. So you should look into these slides as well. Right, we are at the latter part, or we are going to review what we discussed now. So just to recap, we looked at the learning outcome 2, and as we discussed the marketing mix, which is 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. And then we looked at market segmentation, that means how to segment the market. So I'm expecting you to write 200 words answer for this particular question. 200 words again, this one, 200 words on this particular one. And please do send it to me, then I'll give the feedback based on that one. With that, I'll stop for now. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.